Good day. I am Josh.
And I'm Winnie, and this is our final project for IS226 Web Information Systems of UP Open University Masters of Information Systems. We built a custom web-based application for Vignetic to cater for the requirement of a future-proof leave management system which will be scalable and flexible to adapt with their growing needs in the company. We implemented through a combination of HTML, CSS, JavaScript, PHP, Bootstrap framework, MySQL, and XAMPP. There are four major roles that we identified for the end-to-end processes. These are System Administrator, HR Professional, Employee, and Supervisor. The presentation will walk you through on the features available in each role. System Administrator for the user and roles provisioning, HR Professional for the management of employee records and leaves, Employee and Supervisor to facilitate leave requests, approval, and tracking. A system administrator can log in as sysadmin and then access the system administrator role. I can view all the users and all the roles that can be granted to a particular user. A user can be an employee, an HR professional, a supervisor, or a system administrator. We can edit the description of a role. We can activate or deactivate a particular role. Since we have recently added an employee, let's add user for Betsy Matos. So the username will be converted to uppercase. Choose an employee. You can search.
Down this for being latest.
Select. Then input the start date. And save. I can still edit it.
Just
Then I can also view from here, edit. I can assign a role from this screen. Let's say Betsy Matos is an employee. She's also a supervisor. Where else? An HR profession. Hey. So that's it for the sysad. Let's see if Betsy can now log in. Okay. So she has all the roles that we granted previously. So she can realize employee, supervisor, HR professional, and she can even set her password. Log out. Now let us log in as HR professional. I am using Jane Doe. Log in. And I'll click on the HR professional responsibility. As you can see, I have administration screen for employees, monitoring of leave requests. I also have the processing of the carryover and the configuration for organization, location, holidays, leave types, lookups, and approval. So for lookup, it has the action type, change type, country, gender, grade, job, marital status, nationality, and person type. Before creating an employee, let's check if the employee exists. Let's say want to create a record for Betsy. There is no record for Betsy, so we click on the add employee.
Now run.
Let's assign employee number, input a hire date, start date, last name, first name, middle name if applicable, gender, marital status, nationality, email address, select the organization, job, level, location, supervisor, let's new hire, then submit. Okay, record for Betsy methods has been created. Since it's newly created, we can still delete it. There are still no user child records, not even leave requests. We can also view the newly created record by clicking on the snake. Now we can see the personal details that we initially entered. And then we can input a mobile number, view the employment details, and then save. Let's go back to the briefing screen. Okay, it's there. That's it for the employee administration. As an employee, I can log in as Jane Doe. Select the employee role, view my profile with the personal details and assignment. Check my calendar. As you can see, I only have April 12 to 14 as available days for leave, or April 3 to 4. So I can file a leave request, check my leave request history with the periods, search, view my vacation days and sick days available. And view the details of a leave request with a history. And finally, submit a leave request for vacation or sick leave. So since only sick leave has available days, I'll file for April 12 to 14 and assign a delegate for medical and checkout. We can calculate the duration and then save as draft. The draft leave request can be deleted. And then eventually, if I decide to submit, I can edit it and then finally submit. So this will send a notification to the supervisor. As you can see here. As a supervisor, I will log in as Michael Rose. Click on the supervisor active. View the leave request. Search according to type, status, period, and even by employee. And search. I can view the leave request, the stops available leave days and utilized leave days, and even their history. At the same time, I can also access the leave request from the link. And then from here, I can view the details of the leave, the type, the period and duration, the delegation, justification, and then either approve, return for correction, or reject. This time I will return for correction. And then it will send a notification from the supervisor to staff. As an employee, you can view the status of my leave request and see the details from here with the history, or access it from the email notification. And then I'll correct it to reduce the number of days, calculate the duration, and submit again. This will notify my supervisor for action. As a supervisor, I can access the leave from the email. Let's say reject it. It will show the status of sick leave request. It will also notify the staff that the leave has been rejected. Let's say we have to approve another leave. We can access from the notification and view the history and the changes of the employee before approval. Again, this will notify the employee about the status of the leave request. I will log in as an employee and then check on the notification. And I can see that it has been approved by the supervisor. Now I will log in as HR professional to process the carryover. So I'll access HR professional role, click on the Leave Carryover tab, click on the Process Carryover. I can process one employee. If none is selected, then it will process everyone. So right now, we only have the vacation leave for carryover. And we're transferring the balance as of last year, which is December 31, 2022. I'll just submit it. And it will give me the balances for transferred days. As you can see, in the case of Jane Doe, on December 31, 2022, he has available days of 4.1667, and it was carried over this year. For the case of Susan, she has 25.1667, but since only 5 days can be carried over, she has 5 days of carryover in January of this year.
This section presents different test scenarios using a developed test script which is used to validate the system's application setup. The tests presented here are only part of the test scripts developed. For the complete list of tests and their result, we can check it on the test script. So first thing, we have password reset testing. This scenario executes the steps when the user fails to log into the leave management system and requests password reset. We have expected result that the employee, supervisor, or system administrator resets her or his password. So these are the steps used for the password reset testing. And of course, the result, the test yielded a passing mark. Next, we have submit leave request testing. This scenario executes the steps that an employee performs in filing and submitting a leave request for approval. We have the expected result that the leave request is submitted for supervisor approval. These are the steps used in submit leave request testing. And of course, the result, the test yielded passing mark. Next, we have approve leave request testing. This scenario executes the steps that a supervisor takes when an employee sends a leave request for approval. And we have expected result that the leave request is approved. These are the steps used in approve leave request testing. And of course, the result, the test yielded a passing mark. Next, we have process carryover testing. This scenario executes the steps that the HR professional performs to transfer or carry over leave days as of December 31 of the previous year to the January 1 of the current year. Maximum of 5 days for vacation leave. Expected result. Remaining leave days, maximum of 5, are carried over to the next current year. These are the steps used in processing carryover testing. And of course, the result, the test yielded a passing mark. As the company is facing impending growth, some changes in the system will be imminent. This is why the system is designed and implemented to be future-proof, to be scalable, and to be customizable, to cater to these changes. This section presents the future plans of the developers and the company for the system. First, user picture upload and display. Users will be able to upload their picture on the system to be able for others to identify their faces. This will be helpful since Vignetic is a company with diversified manpower and resources are spread across the globe. Second, calendar view for previews and next month. Users, particularly employees and supervisors, will be able to view the leave calendar for previous month and next month. This will be useful to check the schedule of someone who will be filing for a long leave, for example, a maternity leave. Third, email redirection if user is not yet logged in. An email redirection link will be received by the user if they avail process in the system that has the functionality to send email to the user's email address. Fourth, we have organizational chart. HR professional will be able to view the organizational chart to reflect the changes in the structure of the company. Fifth, we have supervisor hierarchy. Supervisors will have the visibility on the leave approval hierarchy down to the subordinates of the employees being supervised. Sixth, reports and analytics. Users will be able to generate reports and analytics from the system. This will be useful for making decisions on relevant changes in company policies pertaining to leave management. Seventh, more HR professional access features. The systems will be having additional features for HR professional, like historical changes, which is useful in effective leave management. Eighth, bug fixes. as the system is continuously undergoing enhancement, the developers will be able to identify bugs and fix them. Lastly, additional validations. The developers will be able to increase the validation on the processes in the system. This will be helpful to keep the integrity of the system, especially that it is constantly developing. The custom-built web-based leave management system for the Vignetic is implemented successfully. It is scalable and customizable to cater for the impending growth of the company, whose change in structure and policies are imminent. The system achieved its goal to help address the limitations of the current leave management system served by the provider, and at the same time, helped the company curb the growing costs of service from the provider. Once again, I am Al, and my partner is Winnie.
Thank you for watching.
Thank you!